this is a weaker lane, but so much better for the game. If Limp has a decent time, you do have two
Stampede. When the Doom happens and you just run away and get some heals up, it could be really nice. Stun up on top. This is actually a lot of damage on Z-Freak. He doesn't have boots, and that is going to be your first blood. Nice and easy. Even some body blocks.
Illusions that will be coming out from the PL.
Oh, making an attempt once again onto Z-Freak. Still does not have those boots just yet, so easy to run him down, and one more swing and battle begins. Slayer wants to stand his ground. 343 really wants this one. Is he going to go north? Who gets it? It will be Slayer, and 343 actually in big trouble. Snowball's going to buy him a little bit more time, but looks like he will be brought down here. One more auto attack, and they get both.
Healthy again. I just want to highlight.
Z-Freak getting gone on again up top here. Nothing that Miracle can really do to save him. Chain stun, body blocked up a little bit. He is going to go for the shackle, but there's no one rotating to help out, so it's just a bit of wasted time. And they need this Ember online. It feels like he's the only person who's going to be making any rotation. They do pop with the shackle up top. Ghost Stick almost brought down one more touch from that illusion. Is going to be enough. Limp getting dove on at mid lane. He doesn't have the level 6 just yet. He's in big trouble. Auto attacks finish him off. Slayer actually getting a lot of gold here. Iceberg trying to escape at 343. Tower aggro, but Limp is also looking for him. Doesn't have the chains, and they end up on the hill. Oh no! Ghost Stick just stomps and walks away. Complexity, it could not have gone worse for them. They are going to throw out the Doom. Death's still chasing. Vampire probably calling for the deny, and he's just going to go straight for it. Easy peasy, and now the Razors arrived. Death in such big trouble. He does have the phase boot, but that's not going to be enough to save him. He gets one last snack before he heads back to the fountain, but what a win for the Pango there.
Oh, that could have been an absolute disaster.
And 343 is still on the cliff.
Yeah.
It's not over. This is still going to be a secondary kill.
It was very between losing and getting stopped.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the latter.
Death's running forward, but the spiked Carapace is super annoying. They're making room for Iceberger. Comes back in. Slayer's there with the coconut bouncing around. It does head over to the creep wave, so getting deflected a little bit. And they do also have Miracle TPing into position. He won't grab this kill, but they're looking for a little bit more chase, though their catch without the Ember is 6. We do have the 10-minute bouncer runes coming up soon. In Complexity, a lot of heroes up here on top. Vampire just throws a stun on Z-Freak. Miracle now charging forward. Iceberg a little bit low on life, but the Stampede and not going to get them out of there, actually. They're trapped by the Ice Shards. This is a lot of damage coming in for the Metamorphosis. Iceberg falls, and 3...
Relatively poor game by his standards, but they're going to look to...
They have a sentry down here. Miracle still has the ultimate for a little bit. They do manage to interrupt. Hex coming through. Death with a couple of body blocks, and he will secure that kill. It's a bloodbath in the top down here. They're trying to bait their Phantom Lancer a little bit, potentially. They do go for a scan. They know what's going on over here. Death gets slowed down. Miracle comes in, does pop the reflection. They're looking towards the Doom. Can he get his spells off? He's being chain stunned, and they've also rooted up 343, so he can't get in with the snowball and save him. One death so far. Z-Freak getting latched onto by Ave. He's dead. Don't even need to look at him. Miracle pops the ultimate. Well, not the ultimate yet, just the Metamorphosis, but they are going in onto Iceberg. He's very tanky. Another two-man stun. Limp is looking for something on the other side of the fight, but Slayer is just leading him around in circles. He finds into the chain stun. Iceberg looking for the dive as well. They're rolling forward. The Complexity needs to be careful. They do get the Doom out now with the ward trap as well from Z-Freak. Razor looking like he is going to be brought down, and actually the Pango maybe they've bought off a little bit more than they can chew. Limp and Death still very healthy. Ghost Stick kiting backwards. Slayer running forward. This paralyzing cask is dangerous. The creep wave arriving just in time, but Limp does get caught by the stomp. Miracle trying to save him with the reflection. Ghost Stick almost brought down. Naive. Can they identify the real one? Looks like Death does have his number. Throws out one more Infernal Blade, the follow-up stomp, and that is a 4-for-3 turnaround in favor of Complexity, and they're not done. They're still looking for Slayer. Death, we wondered about this buyback, but it looks like he is going to get quite a lot on the return.
Some big kills.
Be looking for something here. Z-Freak might be the first target. 343 also found out, but he gets the Walrus Punch out. Z-Freak will end up being the first target. They pop the Stampede. Snowball buys him a little bit more time, but both supports on Complexity now dead, and Miracle and Death force all 5 of their TPs available. But they might just try and force the high ground. Miracle already popping the Metamorphosis. They're getting to the tier 3 tower first, and Death claiming his spot up here on the high ground. TP back in from the Razor, but it's a little bit aggressive. He will get the BKB out, though. Doesn't really care too much about the Doom, but the damage from Miracle is the big concern. Ghost Stick dies. Vampire won't be able to get the stun off. It's a triple kill for Miracle. What can they actually do? Naive finally turning up to this fight, looking for it, but Deathblade's right on top of him, gets the Inferno Blade, and they kill the Phantom Lancer. What's going on, though? He might stick around. He wants this double damage, but could that be the end of his life? He does have the BKB available, pops it out. Doom once again used on him. Stampede forward. They're trying to get him out of there. Nice two-man stomp this time around. They've got Miracle locked down, but he immediately pops the BKB, pops the meta, and goes to work. They are pushing the supports back while waiting up on the high ground. Naive is just trapped in the middle of everything. Can they figure out which one is the real one? He brings down Z-Freak. Buyback immediately from 343. Miracle still fighting, but he's low on mana. Needs to be careful. The chain stun's coming in, and Naive still has his eyes on him. Finally, the Sunder coming through. The Butterfly's going to help keep him alive a little bit longer, but the stuns from the Pango rain down after buybacks from both sides. And cap is that, one, the PL did a lot of damage, but so too did the Razor.
Oh, Z-Freak maybe getting caught out here.
Yeah, Ghost Stick closing the gap on him a little bit. Do they actually need him? He jumps in, he stomps on Death. Death was looking for the stomp, but he's just a little bit too slow. Limp does jump forward, trying to save his offlaner. BKB finally coming out. Snowball also going to save him.
Nice turnaround.
Yeah, they get the Nyx Assassin dead. All right, looking to pick this up quickly. They don't want to fight after the Metamorphosis is down, though. They're jumping in. They pop the Doom. It's onto the Phantom Lancer. Can they get him out of here? Ghosting with the stomp, trying to keep him alive, but the shackles from Z-Freak locking him in place. Phantom Lancer's dead. He does have a buyback available, but they've already lost this shrine, so nowhere quick to jump to. And it looks like Ghostic also going to be brought down. Miracle.
He's been out of position a little bit here.
Oh, and speaking of out of position, Razor's just way too far forward. He's been shackled up. They popped the tag team. This is plenty of damage. The Shivas is keeping him alive a little bit longer, but Aegis here.
Well, there's a smoke coming up.
Yeah. Complexity do have the buybacks, and they still have their shrine. Iceberg does get the BKB off. He's being doomed, but they stampede him away. He runs up the hill. Ember Spirit getting caught by the Spike Carapace. Can they actually keep the lockdown here? They've got onto Ghostic, and he's dead. He's got buyback. He uses it immediately. Death doesn't have his Doom or his BKB. Ember still sitting on the front lines, trying to scout things out a little bit, and they've actually found a split fight from the Pango. Not the best positioning. Limp also going to go in onto Slayer now. They've lost the one support, and it should be the second one soon. Pango need to regroup. They got to get their heroes back together. It's Naive fighting up against Forge. Ghostic does jump in. He gets the stomp onto 3. Do they actually have the damage, though? It doesn't really look like it. Miracle's just standing his ground. He finally gets the Metamorphosis off, turns back around, and starts working his way through these illusions. They've latched onto the real PL. Iceberg's being pushed out of this fight by Z-Freak, who's still chasing him, hexing him up in this fight for the team. Iceberg does have the TP, trying to escape, but Z-Freak's right on top of him. He knows exactly what he's up to. It's going to take them a little bit longer to finish this kill, especially with the Butterfly, but is he dead?
Shivas?
Okay, all right.
Just.
It didn't look like it was going to hit him. Oh, we're not done just yet. Slayer, once again, in a little bit of a weird spot. Does 4-step away from 343. All right, buyback also coming in from Iceberg. We still have that big objective. Oh, big trouble for the Ember. He does get the BKB off just in time. They've also hexed up onto 1. Iceberg's going to be okay. He chooses to run straight up onto the high ground, though, right into Miracle's face. Can they actually do the damage? He pops the BKB, and the auto attack still doing quite a lot of work. 343 getting chased down by the Phantom Lancer. Z-Freak this time around. He's once again got the Razor up in his face. He wants revenge for that earlier team fight, but he may have gone a little bit out of position. Death and Limp right on top of Iceberg, chasing him down. Miracle, even without the Metamorphosis, they're still winning this fight. The auto attacks are just way too much. All the crits, triple kill for Miracle. Ghostic, one last stomp, but it's not going to do anything, just feeding.
Complexity taking game one of what a great opening game of the series. One that we were thinking was going to be competitive all throughout, and it really swung.
And an immediate storm pick. And there you have it. They had no catch, and immediately.
Tanky. So Ghostic getting body blocked up at top. These Treants are causing so many problems for him. Miracle's getting slowed down by that Orb of Venom. They get one more slow, one more auto attack, and there's your first blood drawn by Z-Freak.
Oh, going in deep onto Limp.
Yeah, they're looking for Limp. The Fairy Fire keeps him alive a little bit longer. He gets into the trees. Might be able to look for a turnaround, actually, as he starts salving up. He gets one kill. Iceberg still diving for this, but Limp still limping away. Iceberg, can he get one more auto attack? Charges up the overload.
And Brawler.
Oh, they've managed to kick Limp under the tower and pulling him back in. All right, this time around, he's not going to survive, and this time...
They don't get slowed by it anymore.
All right, well, Iceberg, getting manned up on a little bit, but there's the creep wave and Vampire rolling in, so it's actually 343 who is in big trouble, and Adam will just be giving away his life. And now spin on the bottom, Death will be brought down. He wanted to contest for that 5-minute bounty, but still running at him, but I don't think he's in too much danger. Slayer, on the other hand, looking like it's a bit more of a dire situation for him. Jakiro is pretty tanky.
The battery assault.
Yeah, they got Z-Freak moving into position as well. No escape from these body blocks. He's got the micro.
In this
attempt.
mid
Does get the pull off. He's not quite level 6. Does get auto attack down. And Vampire actually rolling in very aggressively, but a few more auto attacks. And he will also end up falling.
That's a good way to bring it.
Iceberg's going to come zipping over, but Limp's also in the neighborhood, and this Clockwork is relatively tanky. Z-Freak now TPs, and it looks like it should just be a 1-for-1. Iceberg just enough mana left in the tank, plus a Mango.
Doesn't have much left,
he should
though.
be okay. Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, free money. Speaking of, Naive has to be very careful.
The nice cog push back into the secondary raise. He gets the spin out now, but he just didn't realize that the Clockwork was in the fog there.
Shadow Fiend TPing towards him.
Straight into an ice path, but 343 is just around the corner. Doesn't have the hook shot, so just has to walk forward. Iceberg tanking up the tower a little bit. And they're just going to go for the Clockwork now, also rolling in on top of the Shadow Fiend. They need to choose their target. Iceberg, not quite enough mana, is trying to bottle up to continue this fight, but Limp's pretty tanky. I don't know if this tick damage is quite going to be enough, so Iceberg does zip the long way in, finishes that kill. He's still got the Mango in reserve, and they've got the Primal Split now popped. Iceberg just wants to retreat up onto the high ground, it looks like. Panda's doing decent damage to him. He's actually going to zip over towards 343, bounces off of the cogs. One more auto attack will do it, and Pango now just kiting away from this death ultimate, which is just about to... looks like Miracle is probably the likely target. He has just gone for a Vlad, so being very safe item build-wise on this troll. The Doom comes out, Ice Path connects onto 2. They are going to hook in, but the immediate silence onto the Clockwork, so he can't even get the cogs off. Roll forward from Iceberg does big damage, but Limp is just raining down raises from the high ground. They will at least manage to kill off the Jakiro. It's a 1-for-1 thus far. And they're still looking for Ghostic, but I think he's a little bit too fast to bring down this game.
Yeah. Oh, hook shot in onto the Jakiro.
Yep, he just wanted to get some warding done here, and he's going to end up being some free souls for Limp. Oh, and they're waiting for him up on the high ground once again. The Pango hunting down Miracle. He was the problem in the previous game. He gets the ultimate off, though. Iceberg needing to be careful of the roots. Miracle still auto-attacking through. The lifesteal is good. Pango looking for the turnaround now. They still finish this kill. Death getting kited somewhat. He will pop the Primal Split, but what can he actually find? It looks like it might just be Slayer. They see Iceberg on slightly low mana, and they will actually go for him instead. Can they get the mana burn? They do manage to, and the pushback into the stun. Locking him down. Now the Sprout catching a bit more, but I think that might need to be it. Complexity a little bit low on mana, and they've actually got the root now. Hook shot away. 50-minute rune. That's going to be their first one of the game as the Doom does come out onto the SF. Omnislash bouncing around. Z-Freak soaking up the majority of it, and he will get brought down.
Panicking a little bit on this
rotating bottom.
stage.
I don't know if they're going to save the tier 1 tower. It's already dead, but everybody on Complexity converges. Now you're just going to go for the TP out. Ghostic. Not so lucky. Tanks up a bit, but will get crit down in the end.
Comes over the battlefield.
Nice train positioning.
Oh,
sitting on the shrine. They know that the Storm TP'd away. Limp in some danger. The Omnislash is bouncing on him. He will get the mech off, still surviving for a little bit longer. Now the hookshot comes through. Naive won't quite be able to finish off this kill. He's going to spin TP out, and Iceberg zips across the map, finishes the kill. That's the last of his mana, so that's the last we're going to see of him for this team fight, as now they doom up on Miracle. Vampire still going. This Magnetize has been bouncing the entire time, and Iceberg, he's actually got himself a regen rune, so he continues to charge forward. Death just about to run out on the ultimate, and Iceberg's not done, in fact. Regen still running. Half mana. Can they actually get this kill? Nice ice path from Slayer, and the rest of the team coming over to help secure this kill, as they will get...
Oh,
they got to be careful. Death's a bit isolated from the team, and Naive just going to kite them. They need to be careful of this Storm Spirit. He's got his Bloodstone, and there's a bunch of charges waiting for him here as they jump in. They've got the lockdown onto the Shadow Fiend. He's been doomed. Nothing from him. Miracle will get off the ultimate. He's surviving for a little bit longer as he works through the Doom, but as that finishes, he's going to be the next one to fall. Z-Freak trying to escape, but caught by the Boulder Smash. He's going to be one more in the Bloodstone. And, such an easy fight for the Pango. We criticized Slayer. Iceberg just creating space while his team takes the Roshan. Is he going to be the one to take the Aegis, though, is the question. They're still rolling for. They really want 3-4-3. These Bloodstone charges going to continue to rack up to 19.
The Juggernaut tipping down. Oh, no, Death.
Yep. Double damage on the Storm Spirit. Roll forward, stun. I think they would even let him pop the Primal Split at this point because it's just not going to do anything, but... For Limp, they have actually managed to find him out in the trees. He's going to go for the TP out. Can they interrupt that? Yes, they can. Throwing out the Doom just for good measure. 100% ensure that he's dead. Could also just easily back up at this point, though. Looks like they want that full lane of racks. BKB is picked up by the Doom. Can they force a team fight here? Iceberg's thinking about it. He's got full mana, gets the drag back. Some free damage on this Troll Warlord as he also gets silenced up. Miracle pops the BKB. Hasn't used the ultimate just yet. They do get the hook in, but the immediate silence onto the Clockwork. He can't get the cogs out. Vampire's also going to be okay. Rolling away. Miracle finally gets into the ultimate. The Omnissiah bouncing around. Looks like he'll just be brought down as the three-man ice path. Slayer is having an awesome game, and looks like this should just be the end of it. The Pango forcing that GG out in 27 minutes.
Oh, complete reversal from the last game. Well, if anything, it was more taking what happened in the early game of game one and just continuing on with it,
DK,
not throwing it away.
This works too. You need. I've always called DK like a melee Viper, so it's kind of the same thing.
Seconds until the runes come up. He spotted out Vampire as well, so to see what Z-Freak decides to do. As
what they don't know is 343's here. There's the Paralyzing Cask, and Vampire's super stacked up. He's looking really dead. Naive just going to make his bid for that other bounty rune and go. I don't know if we've really seen that kind of thing from Complexity all that much. And a lot of damage on Limp at mid, actually. Iceberg, can he finish off this kill? Limp, one more auto attack does it. That is a straight up solo kill. Well, didn't think anything interesting was going to be happening. They do get the knockback here onto Vampire at bottom. Nice flame break, and that is going to be yet another kill. It looks like one more touch from Z-Freak. Finishes it off, but scene 3. Slayer getting gone on and doesn't really have a whole lot of armor, so just going to try and rely on juking into the fog, heading up into the trees. They are going to turn around and get this kill onto 343. I don't think Miracle's going to get either of these two kills, and Ghostic's manning up on him, getting a couple of procs. Is this actually going to be yet another kill for the Pango? Slayer's just trying to commit for it. He does lose his life, but Ghostic very happy with the double. Commander with a good start can be so scary. Z-Freak, once again, they are doing a good job of controlling these runes, but looks like he's going to pay with his life. Takes the Laguna Blade to the face.
Using that to try and climb ahead.
Shackle at bottom, but Naive can't quite get through that range creep, so actually Death's going to turn around on him here. Spin damage coming through. They will end up losing the Shadow Shaman. Death manages to kill the healing ward quickly. Are just chunking Z-Freak. Face puts back off cooldown soon. Death has respawned, looking to rotate up. And the Sticky starts to stack. The Flame Break is going to push Ghostic back. And Slayer just wants one more creep before he goes down here. Looks like he will eventually be burned.
It's creating a lot of space, though. You know,
to be successful. Death, meanwhile, has found out Vampire. They do get the lasso out over onto Ghostic. Still chasing. And Firefly just about to run out. Though Shaman might still be dead in this situation. We'll see.
Be careful for the duel as well.
Yep. He's got the stick charges coming off cooldown soon. Actually, the duel keeping him alive. He's going to try and get into the fog. Duel just to save his support, but
still chasing Vampire.
Yeah, he's still looking very dead at this stage. Ghostic, can he finish this kill, though? Nice flame break back. And the salve now coming through.
Oh, nearly body
series, it feels like. Pango with a good start. Haste Rune is the prize for one of these two mid-heroes, and it is going to be Limp who ends up grabbing it. They're now looking towards the lead. The lasso was already used. Laguna Blade gets thrown out, and it's actually a double kill for Iceberg. Out of nowhere, the nukes are way too much. Vampire in a great position. Now they're going to go for the Shackle. They do have pretty good lockdown. This haste, is it going to be enough to keep him alive? The duel's actually back off cooldown, and this is going to be our first winner.
It gives them that little extra pick-up. Oh, actually using the Omnissiah onto Death.
The Death is fairly tanky. Is this actually going to be a kill? Miracle now waiting over here with the Sunder. They get the lasso up, but Miracle's actually being controlled, and Naive just walking away. The Bouncy Rune will be his prize. Can they get the Stomp to land on him? Nope, both of them dodging it once again. Poor old Vampire just putting his life on the line. Is going to buy his Aether Lens recipe before he dies. So it doesn't...
Just a bit of miscommunication there, too. Actually being used in mid lane, though.
All right. Limit some danger, but I think he's actually going to be okay. 343, probably not so lucky. Oh my god, that auto attack from Slayer. Remembering he's pretty slow on this Terrorblade. They're going to throw up the Omnisash. He does have very high armor, but Ghostic closes the gap, and looks like there's going to be some more dual damage. Oh,
he's actually able to just stay in the mid lane.
He's got the root on to Z-Freak. 343 just gets immediately Laguna'd, and now running forward. The Paralyzing Cask helping them out a little bit. Limp pops into the dragon form. They do get the stomp off as well. There's Splitter coming through. Vampire also in the area, trying to back up his team, but they just don't have the follow-up damage. They're even going to look for some more kills. Ghostic's still very tanky. Iceberg needs to be careful of the tower, but they will get the DK kill. And Complexity just can't seem to punish them. He's going for a blink.
But what does that do? You know?
Yeah, it's getting gone on right now. Vampire's coming in, looking for a little bit more lockdown. Limp needs to juke heavily to get out of this, and he's already been hexed up. Stun connecting. Ghostic coming over. They want a little bit of extra dual damage, and they will get just that. They're really
Well, they understand what their draft means.
Yeah. Oh, they're jumping in. They found Limp. Once again, he's right next to the shrine, but he's not going to get the chance to use.
And Pango will probably be able to escape.
He's up. They're thinking about just going on him, though. The Omnislash gets thrown into the backlines. Limp, he's normally a pretty tanky hero, does still survive. They will manage to get the lasso onto the Jug underneath the tier 4 towers. They're using their base to their advantage. Miracle does manage to get the ultimate off, but they're still surviving. They get the healing ward out. They do end up losing the Doom, and it looks like the melee barracks will be successfully defended. Though the Pango thinking about the turnaround. Ghostic goes in, duel thrown out, and Miracle just going to drop to the nuke from Vampire. Gets the Hex, looking for a little bit more. Oh, that overwhelming odds from the Legion Commander doing so much damage. And looks like the Pango are here to stay. This is their base, and they're going to take that first lane of Rax.
Just devastating. Actually interrupting the TP away.
Okay, but that's actually baiting Z-Freak a little bit here. It looks like he's just going to end up dying.
That's rough. You go on to someone like...
Oh, no, Limp just a little bit too far forward. He's going to get doomed. He gets ridden. He gets stunned up. He's gone. Iceberg beyond godlike. They are jumping into the backlines. They're looking for Ghostic. Can they bring him down? Nice Earth Splitter coming through, but Miracle tanking up a lot of damage. Omnislash bouncing around. They do end up losing the Doom. Ghostic also falling. Buyback from Limp, but he's getting spun down, and that's a dieback for him. Beyond godlike for Iceberg as he looks for more kills, but a nice blink in from Death. He keeps getting those sticky stacks up, but Naive is just too strong at this point in the game. Able to keep on charging forward. They get another shackle onto 343. Miracle trying to fight. It looks like he's only going to end up getting through the Aegis and will lose his life. Ultra kill for Iceberg. Can he get this rampage?
Give him the rampage.
Come on, Death. Iceberg looking to close it out. Buyback as well from Z-Freak. They give him the rampage.
Oh. Just complete dominance from start to finish.
Yep.
From the draft to the laning stage to everything.